Coming up on the show this week, we celebrate Adam Selwood's 150th game for the club, and we preview Sunday's game against the Demons at Etihad Stadium. G'day, welcome to Inside 50. Thanks for tuning in. Joining me this week is no one. Bit sad, really. Looks like you stuck with me for the full 10 minutes. It's not like I didn't try. You think I wanted it this way? I went down to the change rooms looking for a co-host. Look at some of the responses I got back.
I'm actually in the middle of something. Thanks, mate.
Busy, mate.
I'm not that busy at the moment, but I'm still not going to be able to help you out.
Inside 50. What's that?
Look, mate, I'd love to, but I've actually got my girlfriend's, sister's, mum's, brother's, granddad's birthday dinner, so I can't make it. Sorry, mate.
Never heard of it.
I've got to get to my grandma's bridge game, bands. Sorry, mate.
I can't lower myself to that level.
So those two spuds that reckon I know a bit about footy?
Yeah, I might. I'd probably look pretty good next to him, but nah.
Is that show where two blokes just talk in front of a camera? Because I don't want to be part of that, mate. That is horrendous.
I reckon Luke Shuey's mum and Luke Shuey's aunt are the only two that would watch that kind of crap.
But maybe you can get my mate that lives on my lip to be co-host.
I'd rather stab myself in the eye with a staff picket than sit next to Thumper.
I'm sure you've all heard by now that West Coast's first ever Hall of Fame was a major success. Congratulations to all the inductees: Chris Lewis, trainer Bill Sutherland, Woosha, Guy McKenna, Mick Moldhouse, Peter Matera, Dean Kemp and Glenn Jakovich. It was a great night. Let's hope they continue to be such a raging success. Now, 2006 Premiership player Adam Selwood played his 150th game a couple of weeks back. Didn't get a great chance to speak with him with so many milestones clashing, but during the week we did get to catch up with him, so let's check out the interview.
The score's dead level as well. Off the hands of the pack, Selwood. Flying snap at goal off the ruck contest. Goal. Selwood's first goal in league footy.
It's just a matter of, I guess, evolving with the game, and I've sort of been speaking to Woosha over the last couple of years. For us to be a good side, it probably meant that all these young kids had to come through the midfield, and you know, Luke Shuey, Scotty, Andrew Gaff, they're all starting to take the step, and that meant that I had to go back to a back pocket. Well, so be it. It's you know, I just enjoy winning games now, and if we can sort of get some final success before my career's out, that's what I'm after. No, not 150, but body's going really well. This year, you know, I've looked after the body, and I guess playing down back, I'm not in as many collisions. You're able just to sort of protect yourself a bit more, and just trying to be a wily old fox, mate, and stay out of the collisions.
Number 37, Adam Selwood.
Very lucky to when I walked in the side to be able to play in a premiership so early, and then when I went down the bottom, it made me appreciate, you know, the good times. If I get good times, which I'm in now, you know, I'm appreciating it so much more, and winning games and achieving things with young kids who have gone through all the hard times. You know, it's exciting. It's the same type of feel as what we built up to the last premiership, but the one thing we're trying to teach these kids is you get to a stage and then you've got to try and make that massive jump from just a top 4 contender to actually winning a premiership. Having a chance to play with him, especially him being 6 years younger than me, he's always a very young brother for me. He's kicked me out of the midfield, so I think my midfield days might be numbered. All the midfielders, I guess, in the 06 period were fantastic, and that includes Coxie as well. The guy I probably respect, not the most, but right up there, and I've played a fair bit of footy alongside him, is Darren Glass. You know, one-on-one, stat sheet, it doesn't show what he does, and even his communication now with the way we use our press and you know, structures and whatnot. You know, Glassy sees everything from behind. He's the last man on defence, and just continually communicating with everyone to know that, you know, he's got their back. I think he's the best captain I've played under anyway. Well, Brett Burton was one that I found pretty difficult. He was a half forward that, you know, if you played him in front, he jumped on your head, or if you played him from behind, he had you know, a ton of speed that you just couldn't stop. I'd like to think I'd be a shooting guard or a point guard in NBA. Speed, probably don't have the point guard, but I know I've got the shooting skills to be able to make it in the big league. it means a lot for me, putting a lot into my football from a young age. And you know, I got to the club and just wanted to play one game of AFL footy, and I guess the hunger grows every game you play and every 10 games you play. And once I become that premiership player, I think the one thing that always was in the back of my mind is if I could, you know, top that and be a life member as well. I feel as though I'd walk away from the club, you know, as happy as I could possibly be. So yeah, I've got to tick that off now, but now I'm in a position where maybe I might be able to achieve more success with the team. And you know, I know that there's so many young kids ready to step up and possibly take my spot. So it's great pressure for me to be under over the next few years and just get the most out of my footy.
Selwood found some room, goes for home. Magnificent goal from the West Coast Eagles. Superb football.
Strap yourself in for an early Sunday game. That's 11:10 Western Standard Time. Let's have a look at the teams now, ins and outs. We've got Big Easy returning. Roger Federer, aka Josh Kennedy's coming back, which is great to see. Brad Dalziel an inclusion. Brad Shepherd and Ashton Hams also getting the nod. Of course, extended interchange for Sunday's game. Out is the skipper with soreness, and Rosa, unfortunately injuring his PCL on the weekend from just a horrific spoiling attempt, getting the full brunt of Trengo's swing forward there. Real unfortunate for Matty. He's had some bad luck with injury. He's going to be out for probably a month, so we'll just have to monitor his progress and see how he comes along. It was a fantastic result on the weekend. Remembering it was the 25th year celebration, so it was great. The crowd turned out. The players really turned it on, smashing Richmond in the end. But how's the form? You know, obviously a lot of past players come on the day. Brett Hetty running during the year, really just wanted to get in on the action. Probably a little bit too close to the action there, Brett. He got in the way and gave away a free kick. Probably copped a bit of stick from that. He did spit the dummy after the game, Brett Hetty, but just nothing really anywhere near Alex Rant's spitting of the dummy, aka slash mouthguard. He hated that decision. Moving along, there were some fantastic players on Sunday's game. Let's hope they repeat their performance. What about the goal kickers? Brad Ebert, he had it 19 times, but he had 4 goals from a half-forward flank. Phenomenal. Jack Darling, he had 4. His best was 3 against Melbourne this year, so that was good. But Mark Nikoski, wow. His stats, 15 touches, 10 contested, 4 inside 50, 6 goals. Last best was 3 against Geelong. 3! He's doubled it. He's had an absolute cracking game. In fact, year. We'll touch on him a little later in the season, I'm sure. Also, there were some... Kick off the top 3 with a throw-in. Scotty Selwood, great roving of the contest. Gives it to Ebo. Handball over the top. Marston to Kerr. Has about one of these every year. Tough angle. Good goal. Gives a smile to the crowd as if to say, was there any doubt? It was pretty unbelievable. Just going to show you some clips here. Yeah, there's not much point talking over the top. Actions speak much louder than words, so we're all very impressed with that. And that brings us to the end of the program. Like back at high school, really, not many friends for me, but we had a great time, and we're going to leave you with the top 3. Thanks for coming inside 50. Kick off the top 3 with a throw-in. Scotty Selwood, great roving of the contest. Gives it to Ebo. Handball over the top. Marston to Kerr. Has about one of these every year. Tough angle. Good goal. Gives a smile to the crowd as if to say, was there any doubt? Play number 2 has Gaffey getting it out on the wing. Brings it in board to his Oakley Chargers teammate. Look at him outrun the Tiger. Kicks it from about 60. Nick Nat says, oh, I could do with the goal. Thank you, Luke Shuey. And the final play has Lynchy bringing it in board to Dean Cox. Marks on the 50, says, hang on a minute. I'll give it to the left footer. Shrugs one tackle and puts it through. Just one of his 6. Great stuff, Nico.